Welcome guys, welcome to my Leetcode solving section A21. So this is called the shortest distance to a character. So given string S and a character C, return an array of integer represent the shortest distance from character C in a string. Love Leetcode, C is E, and the answer is 32101 at least. Okay, so 3 means that the closest L, the closest character in L, for L is E, right? So the distance for L and E is 3, and the O and the E is 2, and the V and E is 1. Okay, so keep going. And also if the position E, then the answer is 0. Okay, that's it. Okay, so to solve it, and okay, so algorithm we use basically is we need to create two lists, L1 and L2. So basically, so for each character, so this is original list. Suppose this is character C and C. So the L1 means that the closest distance of the left C. Okay. So let me write it as the closest distance. I should say CX. Okay, so basically this C is the closest distance, which is at the left hand side of X, and for X in your original list. So original list is L. Okay, and then this is the closest distance, CXC, and for C is the right hand side for X in L. Okay, so our answer is just we take the minimum of L1 and L2. Basically is just minimum for corresponding element. So for X in L, okay, so I should say yeah, so suppose this is X, so it will correspond to some number, so I call it LX1, right? Because the closest distance to this kind of character, just the least the minimum of the left and right. Okay, so once we know this, then it's very simple that we just need to find the L1 and L2, and also they are symmetric. So know how to find L1 is enough for our purpose. It's enough. Okay. So to do this, suppose we have a list. Okay, so we first set the left character C, the position of left character C to be a negative infinity. So because we haven't seen any C, so this is infinity, and then we start from 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and so for each one, if X is not the character, that means, and so the distance is just basically X minus like a previous. Okay, so previous, this previous means the previous C. So at the beginning, the previous C, just negative infinity. Okay. Okay, and if X is C, so that means what? That means you need to update the previous to be the position, to be a position here. Suppose it's at I position, previous I, and then you keep going. Then finally you can create a list. Yes, your list L1 should initialize as empty and append this distance. Okay, and we can create L1, and once we create the L1, then to do the L2, we just reverse the list and do the same thing. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so we first create the previous to be the negative infinity, so you can view this as a position, and create the answer, and then we enumerate the original list, and if X is the put the character, then previous need to set be I. Then answer just append I minus previous. I minus previous just distance, right? Because previous is at left hand side and I is positive. I is larger than previous, so I minus previous. And so this is for left hand side. Okay, and for right hand side, similar things. And we take the answer to be the minimum of the two answers, to L1, L1, L2, and if we find a return answer. So this part is our previous L1, and this part is our previous L2. Okay, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so we can submit. Okay, so be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks.